you for having me.
So tell us a little bit, I feel like everyone is familiar with Jesse Jackson. Everyone seems to know his story. What did you learn about him in the writing of this book that people maybe surprised you or that people might not know?
Well, I had spent 6 years conducting interviews with Reverend Jackson, often accompanying him on travels and observing his work up close here in Chicago. And whenever you spend that amount of time with someone, you gain intimate access to their personality, their ideas, their character. So readers of this book will get a personal side of Reverend Jackson that they perhaps don't encounter through headlines and through news footage. When it comes to politics and history, the research that I conducted for this book, interviewing Jackson and additional scholarship, affirmed and confirmed that Reverend Jackson is the most consequential civil rights leader of our time, and really since Martin Luther King, for whom, of course, he was a close aide and friend. There is probably no one on the American political scene who is responsible, whose leadership is responsible for more progress, who has accomplished more in the cause and fight and struggle for racial justice, social justice, economic parity than Reverend Jackson. So the book gives a tour of those accomplishments and those battles, and it doubles as a rollicking tour of American history because Reverend Jackson, of course, was close with Dr. King. He got to know Bill Clinton, got to know Barack Obama, and so on and so forth.
David, you write in the book, the New York Times accused him of what they called egomania, his addiction to media coverage, and was running interference with the commitment to civil rights. Did he get it? Did the New York Times get it wrong? You've heard that criticism many times from many people, both black and white. Why does that image exist?
Well, it's interesting because that particular quote isn't actually about Reverend Jesse Jackson. It's about Dr. Martin Luther King. And the way that I wrote it is that I quoted passages such as the one you referenced from the New York Times and others, accusing Dr. King of egomania and seeking only publicity and his own self-aggrandizement in order to demonstrate that this is a familiar and slanderous script that many political opponents of civil rights and social justice and many within the media will often levy against change makers, against leaders who challenge our country to fully activate.
But don't you think even some African Americans have that view as well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there are. I mean, of course, it's most common among white Americans, but there are African Americans with that view. In fact, referencing King again, when King died, most black Americans had disapproving views of King. So when there's this avalanche of attacks against one person, which we saw against Jackson in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, right, of course it's going to gain traction and persuade some people because these institutions, political institutions such as the Republican Party, even the Democratic Party, and media institutions like the New York Times are quite powerful and influential. But Jackson is now 79 years old. He has Parkinson's disease. He's still working 5-6 days a week. He was arrested 2 weeks ago in Arizona, in Texas a few days after that, leading marches for voting rights. So he has sincere conviction and commitment to his cause, and that alone should put the lie to those attacks.
Well, David Maciotra's book is called I Am Somebody, Why Jesse Jackson Matters. David, thanks for joining us.